Good day, Sir Patchen audience. We are a group of third year De La Salle University undergraduate students taking up a bachelor's degree in applied corporate management, composed of Anton Baruelo, Carlos Lozano, Sebastian Peralta, and Juvyreyn. With this, we present to you our study on the role of AI chatbots in shaping customer satisfaction in the Philippines telecommunication industry. Let's first start with a brief overview of what's to come in this presentation. Of course, to start, we'll have a short introduction to the study, followed by a discussion on the theoretical framework used and the methodology. Consequently, we will also be displaying and analyzing the results of our study and explaining pertinent discussion points and recommendations. To start us off in the introduction, let's first provide a brief background of the study. What indeed is AI? AI, or artificial intelligence, refers to computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. What they can do includes visual perception, speech recognition, and decision making. Now, in recent years, AI chatbots have been integrated into customer service function in various industries, the telecommunications field included, to help address basic consumer inquiries efficiently. Now, these AI chatbots aim to enhance the customer experience and satisfaction mainly through convenience in its 24/7 availability and accelerated response times. With that, we present our statement of the problem. How do AI chatbots impact customer satisfaction specifically in the Philippines telecommunications industry? So for this research, our objectives include identifying the different customer satisfaction factors, determining challenges in AI chatbots integration, and of course, finding opportunities and ways to improve the integration of AI chatbots into the customer service aspect of telecommunication companies in the Philippines. Ultimately, this study aims to understand the role of AI chatbots in shaping customer satisfaction in the Philippines telecommunication industry. This study holds significant value as it delves into the various factors that affect customer satisfaction with AI chatbots, offering a nuanced understanding that empowers companies to improve their customer service strategies, contributing to positive impacts on their overall performance. Ultimately, this may lead to heightened customer loyalty and business stability. With this, the research is not only beneficial for customers, but also aids in achieving business growth and job security. With that, the study also contributes to achieving Sustainable Development Goals 8 and 9, which emphasize economic growth, job creation, and industry innovation.
Existing literature highlights the nuanced factors affecting user experiences with AI powered chatbots across various contexts. Chatbots are gaining popularity for customer service despite falling short of user expectations on more complex issues. Key factors influencing success include conversational quality, efficiency, accuracy, privacy, convenience, and product variety. Seamless language processing and exhibiting empathy during interactions can improve customer satisfaction. However, human like traits may backfire if chatbots cannot meet high problem solving expectations, especially for complaints. Formal communication works better. Enabling quick access to desired outcomes boosts loyalty more than human like conversations. Still, convenience shaped usage intentions as chatbots simplify and expedite processes. Privacy risks and developmental limitations typical of emerging technologies may deter adoption, but accuracy, advanced analytics, and customer input helps build trust and refine recommendations. While data privacy justifies reassessing integration with Facebook Messenger, the platform's vast user base could heighten engagement if transparency and security controls address user concerns. Companies must balance harnessing popularity and establishing privacy protections. Several research gaps exist within the current literature on the role of AI chatbots in shaping customer satisfaction. Firstly, there is limited investigation into how user characteristics may moderate the relationship between chatbot service quality and outcomes. Variables such as age, Gender and prior experience can influence user perceptions and reactions, but studies rarely account for these factors. Additionally, research in chatbots tend to focus narrowly on general consumers without examining impacts on specific user groups, such as older adults or individuals with disabilities. Such individuals may interact distinctly with automated conversational agents. Finally, most studies concentrate solely on isolated settings, providing little insight into the performance and effects of chatbots across other industries. As chatbots permeate domains like healthcare, education, finance, and beyond, a key gap emerges in understanding variations in their effectiveness across contexts. Addressing these research limitations would allow for more comprehensive, precise, and tailored application of academic knowledge on AI chatbots.
For this study, the group decided to utilize the research philosophy of post-positivism. Post-positivism, as defined by Creswell 2009, examines reality without claiming absolute truth, refining rather than rejecting positivism findings. In our study, we apply post-positivism to explore diverse technology-based realities. We are particularly interested in understanding how age influences these perspectives. Recognizing the subjectivity of reality, we acknowledge that individual experiences and values shape perceptions. Age, a significant variable in our research, might contribute to distinct technological perspectives due to generational differences. In conclusion, post positivism guides our study to question and refine our understanding of reality. We aim to uncover varied technological perspectives accompanied by the role of age. Next, I'll now be walking you through the core of our research, the Technology Acceptance Model, or TAM. TAM, as the name suggests, focuses on the factors influencing the acceptance of technology, particularly information systems, or IS. In our study, we've embraced TAM's key components: perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, and attitude towards using the system, all converging to influence actual system use. User attitude stands out as a dominant determinant, shaped by perceived usefulness and ease of use, where the perceived ease of use directly impacts perceived usefulness. These terms, defined by Davis 1985, cited in Schutter 2009, highlight the importance of a user's belief in a system's ability to enhance job performance and the perception that using the system requires minimal physical and mental effort. Applying TAM to our study, we've utilized these variables: perceived usefulness and ease of use as independent factors, attitude toward using as a mediator, and actual system use as a dependent variable. Beyond TAM, our research delves into antecedents impacting customer experience with AI chatbots, such as different age groups. In conclusion, TAM provides a structured framework guiding our exploration of technology acceptance. We aim to unravel user attitudes, system usage patterns, and the nuanced factors affecting customer interactions with AI chatbots.
For the methodology of our study, we utilized a survey questionnaire created on Google Forms to collect the data for the study. A mixed methods approach combining quantitative and qualitative aspects was employed. The questionnaire content was adopted from Chutter's 2009 study on the technology acceptance model, with slight adjustments made to align with our current research objectives. The total participants comprised 106 Metro Manila residents, aged 18 to 64 and above. We made use of convenient sampling for recruitment, disseminating the survey via Facebook Messenger groups, private messages, Telegram groups, and Viber groups. The first survey section gathered participant information including name, age, gender, and area of residence. The second section assessed chatbot experience through simple questions about prior usage and specific chatbots used. The third segment collected quantitative data using 5-point Likert scale questions covering all research variables. Finally, the fourth section obtained qualitative insights into users' primary chatbot challenges, desired improvements, and perceptions of importance for customer service. Quantitative data analysis was conducted in Jamovi software. Descriptive statistics, including means, medians, and standard deviations, summarized the data. Reliability analysis using Cronbach Alpha evaluated the variable's validity and reliability. Additionally, linear regression analysis determined the variable's effects on the outcome, while a while a mediation analysis was conducted to assess direct and indirect variable effects. For qualitative data, thematic analysis identified overarching patterns, trends, and themes. The quantitative portion of this study aims to summarize the key information of the data gathered in the online survey through the use of descriptive statistics and to test the reliability of the variables used in the questionnaire through a reliability analysis. Furthermore, it aims to determine the relationship between each of the variables used in the study through a linear regression analysis and a mediation analysis. These variables include perceived ease of use of chatbots, perceived usefulness of chatbots, attitude towards using chatbots, and actual system use of these chatbots. The first test for the quantitative portion of our paper is the reliability analysis. So, starting with our first variable, perceived usefulness, based on the data presented here, it can be concluded that the results for this variable are extremely reliable, given that it garnered a Cronbach alpha of 0.92, the highest among all the variables. Additionally, the mean score of 3.54 suggests that on average, users find chatbots to be relatively useful. This variable also has a standard deviation above 1, which implies that the data has a wide spread of variability, which does not directly affect reliability, but it is something that should be taken into consideration. Our next variable is perceived ease of use, and the 0.875 Cronbach alpha of this variable is one that shows that it is a reliable one, given that it is above the 0.07 benchmark, which is the benchmark for a reliable variable. With a mean score of 3.93, it can also be concluded that chatbot users find it relatively easy to use. Lastly, the standard deviation of 0.852 shows that the data does not have a high level of variability, given that it is below 1, which is the benchmark for a highly sparse dataset. Next, for the attitude towards using, the data above shows that the user's attitude using AI chatbots garnered a Cronbach alpha of 0.796, indicating that it is a highly reliable variable. The mean score of 3.68 suggests that users tend to have a positive attitude towards the use of chatbots. Furthermore, the standard deviation of 0.944 proves that the data has a low level of variability. And for our last variable, actual system use, the table presented here shows that the actual system use garnered a Cronbach alpha of just 0.277. And given the low Cronbach alpha score received by this variable, we concluded that it may not be the most reliable variable. And given the low reliability of the variable, we concluded and we decided to only take into consideration one of the actual system use statements, which we deemed more accurate based on a lower standard deviation, indicating more consistent responses. This statement in the questionnaire was, "I intend to use chatbots for simple concerns." And the mean score of 3.61 for this statement shows that for the most part, users do intend to use chatbots for merely simple concerns. The figures shown here are a summary of the data collected in the online survey that we administered, mainly the mean, median, and standard deviation. The results here show that one's age is a major factor that determines the way chatbots are perceived. There were a total of 106 participants in the study, with a significant amount of them coming from the age range of 18 to 24 at 36.7%, followed by 25 to 34 at 17.9%, then by 55 to 64 at 16.9%, then by 35 to 44 at 14.1%, then by 45 to 54 at 13.2%, and the least were the participants above 65 at only 0.09%. Given that only one respondent was older than 65, we decided to disregard their response for the descriptive statistics portion of the analysis. For the perceived usefulness, the results showed that users in the age range of 35 to 44 are most impressed with the usefulness of chatbots, garnering a mean score of 4.57. On the other hand, the age group of 55 to 64 had the lowest mean score for this variable, coming in at a mean score of 3.06, indicating that they have a neutral attitude towards the perceived usefulness of an AI chatbot. The median for this variable still puts the age group of 35 to 44 at 35 to 44 rather at the top with a score of 5, and the age group of 55 to 64 at the lowest with a score of 3.25. This is most probably due to the fact that people in the 35 to 44 age range are most likely to have used chatbots most and understand their features best, while people in the 55 to 64 age range are the least likely users and do not understand how to get the best use out of the tool. For perceived ease of use, the results are strikingly similar. The same age groups are both at the top and the bottom of the variable. With a mean score of 4.65, the age group of 35 to 44 believe that chatbots are easy to use, while the age group of 55 to 64 have a more neutral position on its ease of use, garnering a mean score of 3.54. All other age groups believe that chatbots are easy to use, garnering a score of 3.80 or higher, and the difference lies in the median for this variable. Again, the age range of 35 to 44 is atop at the list with a median score of 5. However, there is a three-way tie between the age groups of 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and 18 to 24 with a median score of 3.75. The results found in the attitude towards using chatbots variable show that users aged 18 to 24 have the least positive attitude towards using chatbots, garnering a neutral mean score of 3.31 and a median mean score of 3.79. On the other hand, the age range of 35 to 44 is again the age range with the highest mean score and median score at 4.62 and 5.00 respectively. The actual system use variable only contains one statement as mentioned in the reliability analysis, the I intend to use chatbot for simple concern statement. It comes as no surprise that the age range 35 to 44 had the highest mean and median score at 4.87 and 5.00 respectively. However, what is relatively surprising is that users aged 18 to 24 had the lowest mean and median score at 3.79 and 4.0 respectively. This is a revelation as users that belong to that age range are generally known to be more technologically advanced. Though despite them being the lowest, all age groups share the same opinion that AI chatbots should be used for simple concerns. Overall, given that all the variables have mean scores of 3.68 and above, it can be concluded that the users perceive AI in a positive manner. The results show that users perceive chatbots as useful, easy to use, they have a good positive attitude towards these chatbots, and that they believe they should be used for simple concerns. However, it is important to note that perceived usefulness and actual system use had mean scores close to a neutral response. For the median, the same is true with all variables having a score upwards of 3.50, indicating a relatively good perception of AI. The standard deviation in the set was low, with all variables having a standard deviation score of below 1, indicating a low level of variability among responses. In the linear regression analysis presented here, actual system use is the dependent variable, while perceived usefulness, ease of use, and attitude towards using the system are considered independent variables. R represents the coefficient between the independent variables and the dependent variable. An R squared and adjusted R squared of 0.402 and 0.384 respectively indicate that 40% and 38% of the variation in the dependent variable can be attributed to the independent variables. For the p-value in the model fit measure section of the linear regression, this shows a p-value of less than 0.001, which is below the benchmark of 0.05. This signifies that the coefficient is statistically different than 0. It can be inferred, given this data, that at least one of the independent variables is strongly correlated to the dependent variable. In order to determine the correlation of each independent variable to the dependent variable, the model coefficients table may be analyzed. As can be seen in the table above, among the three independent variables, perceived ease of use and attitude towards system use are the two that have a significant relationship with actual system use, as they both garnered a p-value of less than 0.05 at 0.025 and 0.004 respectively. Furthermore, in order to rank the independent variables according to which has a stronger relationship with the dependent variable, the standard estimate should be taken into consideration. Based on this, attitude towards using the system would rank first at 0.484, followed by perceived ease of use at 0.304, and by perceived usefulness at negative 0.140. The mediation analysis is used to explore the pathways by which the independent variable affects the dependent variable. In this study, the mediating variable is the attitude towards system use based on the TAM model that we used as a reference. Considering that the p-value is less than 0.05 and that the upper and lower intervals do not include a zero in it, it can be concluded that the attitude towards system use is indeed a mediating variable, as it successfully mediates the relationship of perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use with the dependent variable, actual system use. This signifies that perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness both have an indirect effect on actual system use. Based on the direct portion of the mediation analysis, it can be inferred that perceived ease of use has a direct effect on actual system use, since the p-value is less than 0.05 and the intervals do not contain a zero between them. On the other hand, perceived usefulness does not have a direct effect on actual system use, as the p-value is greater than 0.05 and a zero is found between its intervals. With the highest total estimate score of 0.564, it can be concluded that perceived ease of use is the strongest predictor on actual system use among all independent variables.
The qualitative portion of this study aims to further investigate the nuanced perspective of the respondents concerning the importance of chatbots, the challenges associated with their implementation, and the possible improvements required for optimizing chatbots' effectiveness within the telecommunications industry. The proponents of the study perform a thematic analysis to extract and elucidate the underlying themes that encapsulate the respondents' insights. The most prevalent theme, efficiency and convenience, highlights how 46 respondents positively viewed chatbots providing 24/7 availability to immediately address common customer concerns. However, 40 respondents cited substantial limited capability themes regarding the narrow scope that chatbots have in solving more complex issues. Additionally, while 10 respondents indicated chatbots can moderately enhance customer service professionalism, 8 respondents preferred human interaction, concerned that chatbots cannot replace nuanced human discernment. Lastly, only 3 responses focus on the workforce efficiency and cost reduction benefits that AI chatbots offer companies. In essence, customers appreciate simplified efficiency but still want expanded versatility to dependently handle a wider range of unpredictable concerns. When asked about challenges, the most significant theme centers on the limited capabilities of chatbots in handling complex issues, with 46 respondents citing its inability to address multifaceted concerns or custom account details. Without human level versatility, chatbots fall short of managing unpredictable inquiries. Additionally, 8 respondents indicated problems with repetitive, outdated responses that erode their trust in the chatbot's reliability. Similar themes highlight complicated interfaces as stated by 3 respondents, plus delayed response times as stated by another 3. This is contrasted by the 17 respondents who reported that they face no major issues with chatbots. In essence, chatbots universally lack the sophisticated reasoning and adaptability so far to replace human representatives in broadly resolving evolving customer service needs. On suggestions on how to improve chatbots, the most widely cited theme from 38 responses centers on expanding chatbot capabilities for addressing complex issues, enabled by advanced natural language processing and reasoning proficiency. 11 respondents show continued reliance on complementary human agents to handle subjective, interpretation heavy cases. 10 respondents also stressed the importance of regular knowledge base updates via extensive retraining and reinforcement learning for persistent relevance as user needs evolve over time. A notable theme highlight localization measures for 9 respondents to resonate with Filipino language and cultural nuances, proactive customer education from 8 respondents to establish appropriate expectation and capabilities, and 3 respondents advocating enhanced response times to boost efficiency perceptions. All in all, users strongly demand more sophisticated chatbots to reduce current dependence on human discernment, but still prefer human judgment where significant ambiguity persists.
With that, let us proceed with the discussion portion. When analyzing the quantitative and qualitative findings, some notable alignments emerge regarding the benefits and limitations of AI chatbots in customer service. On the positive end, themes of efficiency, accessibility, convenience, and competency handling simple inquiries surface in both approaches. However, while quantitative data paints a broadly encouraging view of chatbot acceptance, qualitative insights, on the other hand, expose significant frustrations regarding their limitations in dealing with more complex and intricate cases. Although all quantitative variables garnered scores of 3.68 and higher, generally painting a positive reception with chatbots, these were countered and contrasted by more contextualized insights in the qualitative results with statements similar to despite 24/7 availability and quick response times, chatbots don't address the wide range of customer concerns. This encapsulates the mismatch between inflated quantitative perceptions and actual experiential shortcomings, revealing that AI chatbots may not reach customer satisfaction when encountering more complicated issues. Furthermore, the qualitative insights also highlighted issues crucial to customer experience, such as interface, conversational localization, and transparency regarding the scope of its capabilities, which are not commonly included in Likert scale questions, further proving the possibility of inflated quantitative findings. In this regard, as the qualitative insights provided context or contextualize the quantitative results, the mixture of both approaches provided a more extensive range of factors impacting user experience. In essence, while AI chatbots augment customer service infrastructure through a more efficient case resolution, over reliance on the chatbots may detrimentally impact satisfaction when used beyond their capabilities. The survey results imply that a strategic approach would be to depute more complex interactions that require human discernment to human agents, and to deploy chatbots to address high frequency, repetitive, and routinary inquiries for chatbots, not forgetting to set appropriate expectations as to the chatbot's capacities. This eliminates the risk of not reaching customer satisfaction, which not only contributes to elevating the company's innovation and infrastructure, but also aids in heightening the company's overall performance, creating jobs and economic value. The mixed methods research conducted by the group examines AI chatbots' role in driving customer satisfaction in telecommunication companies in the Philippines. Quantitative findings reveal perceived ease of use as the most influential factor affecting systems usage, highlighting convenience as a critical chatbot benefit. However, qualitative findings brought to light some notable issues regarding chatbots' limited capacities when handling nuanced matters, requiring a more complex analysis. These show that although chatbots are instrumental in furthering efficiency, some struggles surface when presented with more intricate questions. With this, strategies to deploy chatbots to handle high volume repetitive inquiries and delegating staff for analysis heavy matters would be prudent, underscoring chatbots' role as complements rather than absolute substitutes for human representatives. Ultimately, judiciously combining the two best suits telecommunications customer preferences for the present and foreseeable future. Now that we are done with the conclusion, let us now proceed with the recommendation. As you can see, there are four recommendations indicated in the screen, and let's start with the first one for future researchers. Examine chatbot acceptance across industries and contexts while ensuring representative sample sizes across user demographics, especially for older adults, to enable more comprehensive, accurate insights. It would also be prudent for succeeding researchers to examine the qualitative responses from the study's results. As suggested by a particular respondent, it may be valuable to study the possibility of including an option to use local languages or dialects, as this may increase users' perceived ease of use. Number two, for telecommunications managers, strategically balance AI chatbot and human agent usage by assigning routine inquiries to bots and complex issues requiring discernment to staff to optimize efficiency and customer satisfaction. For future purposes, it would also be prudent to remain consultative and receptive to advancements in integrating AI chatbots to improve their overall perceived ease of use. To facilitate this, they must provide customers with accessible feedback channels from which they could derive insights to elevate customer experience. Moreover, companies must consider setting appropriate customer expectations regarding the inherent capabilities of chatbots so as to mitigate any inflated presumptions. Next, for AI chatbot developers, they may consider enhancing their natural language processing, reasoning, and localization capabilities of chatbots while ensuring that the transfers between chatbots and human agents are seamless when reaching the limits of the bot's specialized competencies. Lastly, for telecommunication customers, set proper expectation regarding chatbots' capabilities and limitations, and retain accessible contact options with human representatives for addressing intricate, exceptional issues so as to safeguard a satisfactory experience. Finally, as seen there, help companies help you. Customers may consider providing feedback on their experience as this would help improve their succeeding interaction in the foreseeable future. Thank you very much for watching this video and listening to our presentation. Again, this has been Anton Baruelo, Carlos Lozano, Basti Peralta, and Juvyreyn, and our research is the role of AI chatbots in shaping customer satisfaction in the Philippines telecommunications industry. Thank you very much for your time.